Hello, guys. Crazy card tricks. Okay, I think you're the first. Okay, we've got 10 people. I'm just going to wait until we hit, I don't know, just a couple more folks. Introduce yourselves. Tell me what city you guys are from. Hello, hello. Hi, Abdurrahman. What am I doing to not get bored during this quarantine shit? On here, on YouTube, talking to you guys, talking about boxing. What else? Watching all the fights. Houston, Texas, Brazil. Minas Gerais. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. What's up, MMA? Filipino MMA. Sergeant 2009. So you must be a staff sergeant by now. Hello, Harry. Hello, Wilbert. RG. Crazy card tricks. Okay, I hope you guys got your boxing questions ready. So I'm waiting for the boxing tip questions. All right, here we go. Crazy card tricks. I'm a southpaw and I box. I was wondering what are some techniques I could put on my boxing. So tips for southpaws. Let me put on some gloves so it looks realistic. So it looks like I'm actually on TV in a fight and not just sitting at home in my living room, right? Oh man, thank you very much. I love you too. Thank you, Abdurrahman. Yes, I'm a boxer. I love boxing and I do it a lot. Okay, so for southpaw guys, if you're a southpaw, really, like you jab with your right hand and you throw big left crosses with the left hand. So I would say this, sometimes you lead with the jab, sometimes you lead with the left hand. And with your left hand, you can throw it straight. You can also loop it over. You can also loop it under. Okay, so like a big overhand or like a long, slightly hooking uppercut. I would try that. A whole bunch of left hands and drive them crazy. And you know, a lot of times you have to know that right hand fighters, orthodox fighters, we're trained to be very relaxed when we look at our opponent's left hand, and we're trained to look for the big right hand. So knowing that, you can just pretty much throw anything with your left hand and it's probably going to get there and it's probably going to give them a hard time. Okay. And then also don't forget, aim at the chin sometimes, aim at the temple sometimes. Got it? Okay. Next question. Oh man, you guys are talking a whole lot. Hey, thanks, Beeble Bros. I appreciate that very much. Next question, you guys, come on, spit out the questions. There's like 15 of you on here now. Spit them out. Wilbert has retracted his message. Tips on the Philly shell. Okay. What are my favorite techniques? Tips on the Philly shell. Okay. Tips on doing the Philly shell or trying to get around or beating the Philly shell. So which tips do you want? Cabbage. Okay. I'm waiting for Cabbage to give me the details on what specifically, what about the Philly shell? Okay, using the Philly shell. Got it. So here's my tip on the Philly shell. Now you guys are making me get off the chair and not be so lazy. So, okay. So a lot of people think Philly shell is to use the shoulder and to hide behind it. A lot of people, they overturn. They're standing way too much sideways. So if I were you, don't stand sideways if you want to do the Philly shell. If anything, I mean, I wouldn't say square up, but I try to stand like this. And then in the moment that the punch comes in, I turn away. When you're first learning how to do the Philly shell, keep the left hand up and just practice turning away for a block shot, right? jab, right, turn away. So practice doing that. Just turn away like that. And then later when you get better, you can put the left hand down. And then I'm going to tell you, there's two ways. There's two ways to handle this, the Philly shell. You can if the punch is coming straight in, if it's coming straight at me, then I knock it over with the inside of my shoulder. So I deflect it with the inside of my shoulder. And if the punch is coming wide, like coming wide over the top, then I hide behind my shoulder. So I'm going to show it to you like this. If it's coming straight, I deflect it just using the inside of my shoulder. I deflect it like that. I fire it straight right. If it's coming over the top, then I will lean back. I'll lean back, hide behind the shoulder, and pop an uppercut. Okay, so that's the two choices. And if I were you, again, for the Philly shell, don't stand like this already. Now you have nothing to roll. Put your head here. You want to bait the punch to come here. And then you can deflect it where you see I can slip it, I can deflect it, or I can immediately just roll back and hide behind the shoulder. I hope that was more of what you want. Okay, next crazy card tricks. What are my favorite techniques? Oh man, I have so many. Footwork, defense, attack, countering, punching. I have so many. I can't even. That's a tough one. Okay, I'll give you one. How about that? One favorite technique of mine, I stand relatively straight. I'm trying to show you guys my legs. I'm not bent like this. I stand a little bit more like that. And I'll show you my feet. Let me see if I can do this. I can't. It's so hard. All right. I stand a little bit more like this, and from here, I just pop the jab, and I hold my hips stable. If you hold your hips stable like this, and you just push your hand like this, it's actually very, very powerful. And because it's so calm, like you're not moving, you're not exploding, you're not bursting a lot, it can actually, it can really affect your opponent. And it's very hard to be pushed back when you're in that stance. Just pop, pop. Like that. Don't jump, bend your knees, and all that crazy stuff. Just be calm like that. It's actually very, very strong. That's one of my favorite tips. It's so underrated, and a lot of guys they just have problems. They can't see the punch, and even when they get hit with it, even when they're blocking, they lose balance. So one of my favorite tips. How much sparring is too much sparring? I will say this, there's never too much sparring. I love to warm up with sparring. I warm down with sparring, and then I spar when I do sparring, and I use it for technique, endurance, everything. But there is such a thing as too much hard sparring. So if you're getting damaged to the point that you can't protect yourself intelligently, you're getting bruises, you're getting internal bruises, that's probably too much, right? So don't take punishment, right? Save it for the fight, and hopefully you guys are getting paid to do this. Am I taking questions about the business of boxing? You're welcome to ask, AJRX. You're welcome to ask, and then if I know the answer, I'll answer it. Do I have a day-to-day job outside of the website? Yes, I do. This is not everything that I do. This boxing stuff that I do is my passion, it's my hobby, and I've been doing it for a long time. So I love to do this, but yeah, there's other stuff that I do. You are good at what you do. I love your pivot video. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Puma, Suspect Puma. What are my tips for staying away from Southpaw? So to get away from Southpaws? All right. So a lot of Southpaws, in a lot of orthodox Southpaw matchups, the punches come very straight. It's just the nature of it, because we're both on the mirror side. So when we throw with the left hand, we get closer. When we throw with the right hand, we get closer. Whereas like if you have two orthodox fighters or two Southpaw fighters, it's like your punches always go across, right? When we throw a jab at the same time, we kind of cross. When we throw a right hand, we cross. But when you're doing orthodox versus Southpaw, you're mirroring, and mirroring always runs into each other. So the best way, if you want to stay away from an orthodox or Southpaw, if you want to stay away in an orthodox Southpaw matchup, use a lot of lateral movement. Go side to side. Don't go in and out. You know, and I tell people this all the time. When you go in and out, you do in and out 1-2 steps. Next thing you know, your back is on the ropes. So never go in and out. Always go left or right. Okay? Circle around him, and circle around both ways. Don't just go to the outside. You can go towards the inside as well. The inside foot. Okay. I learned this really cool technique, crazy card tips, the half hook, dodge your power right, and then hook to the body. Oh, yeah. 1-2 hook. Yeah. I love that trick too. James Tony can tell you better. Yes, James Tony is the man. If you can talk to him, please talk to him. He's a really cool guy. What is the concept behind constantly moving your shoulders subtly, even when off the center line? Derek W., I hate you. You ask difficult questions. All right. When you want to move the shoulders, I don't do this, right? I don't do any of this, or I don't do any of that. I just think of it as I breathe with my hands. By the way, you know what? I got to take these gloves off so you guys see what my hands are doing. I'm not doing this, right? My hands are this, and I just breathe. And I breathe with my hands like that. That's all I do. That's how I move it. And then the moment I want to slip, I exaggerate it more. So, okay. So first it's small, and then it starts to widen up and get bigger. Okay, that's it. No more than that. Don't move the shoulder independently of your body. Okay, move the whole body, right? Just like that. Can be up and down, can be under, can be a little bit tilt. Like just imagine you're doing standing crunches, right? Can be standing crunches, or it can just be turning. As if I'm punching, but I don't extend the arms. All right? And then just find your own little rhythm in there, and that should do it. Wilbur J. Miller, how do you prevent getting hit to the shoulder? I mean, I'd rather be hit to the shoulder than taking one on the solar plexus or the jaw. So that's kind of weird. But let's say you don't want to get hit to the shoulder. Best way to not get hit to shoulders is don't put your arms here. Just raise your arms. Raise your arms like this. They're always gonna hit your forearms or your gloves. And I do this too as a long arm fighter. Sometimes I do something like this, and then if they try to go for my stomach or they punch anything straight down the middle, right? I move or I swat, or both. I swat and move. So just lift your arms and you'll see that they can never hit your shoulder. Not gonna happen. When I try to dodge punches, I always get hit. Santos S. Yeah. You have to see the punch. You have to wait for them to throw the punch and then you move, right? So if you move ahead of time, then they're gonna see you moving and they're gonna punch to where your head goes. But if you stay here, block the first punch, the second punch you move, right? So maybe that's an easy tip for you I will give you. Don't keep moving your head. Block one, okay, then move. Block the light one, slip the heavy one. Block the light one, slip the heavy one. Block the light one, slip the heavy one. Okay. David F. What are your thoughts about injuries in the ring? Man, well, it sucks. And if you got to stop fighting, you got to stop fighting. Maybe I'm not answering the question that you had. So feel free to ask that question again a little more clearly for me. Ice Ghost, you love the tip leaning forward when throwing combinations. Oh yeah, man. I love leaning forward. It's I mean, you don't have to don't put your head in out of balance, but yes, a little more forward. It's so much more protective. And you do this and you feel like I have to protect down here, up here, and I'm leaning back. It's hard to counter here. I can block, roll, slip, and counter. So yes, I'm glad we agree. How do I feel with the low left hand, high right hand guard? A, B, C, D, E, F. I love that guard. I use it too. I would just tell you, try not to, don't close, don't wrap this arm around. If you want to learn how to fight like that, keep this arm out right here, from here, right? So we start here. We start in the square stance. Then we start to slowly here, then here, then here. And then fight like that, okay? Don't immediately wrap all the way down here. That's my tip if you're learning how to fight with that style. How do boxers get shoulder injury? Well, because one, they get hit on the shoulder, or two, when they throw their punch, because a lot of punches we're taught to pop our shoulders. So a lot of times they punch and it pulls the ball out of the socket. So, you know, and unfortunately that's a genetic thing. Some people have really loose joints, loose ligaments right here, and they pop the shoulder all the time. It sucks. Luca, yeah, this live stream will be uploaded. It will be public for sure. So yes, it will be public. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm starting to lose track of the questions. What do you do to progress your game plan when you and your opponent? This is by K Kunt. What do you do to progress your game plan while you and your opponent are at a standstill in terms of distance and jabbing? Yeah, I hate these kinds of fights. They're boring stall fights where it's like a jab fight forever. So, yeah. It's personal style, it's personal art, it's personal tactics. So I can tell you what I like to do personally, but I've seen many tactics out there. So if I have an opponent that's starting to stink the fight out by just jabbing and jabbing, the first thing I do is I stop jabbing. I don't jab no more. I try to throw lead rights. Second thing I do is I square up a little more, right? So if normally I'm super sideways like this, I start to square up to get more reach on my right hand. Okay? And then from there, I start using little tactics like I don't punch right at him. I punch a little bit to the side. A little bit here, a little bit here. Because it blocks him. When I punch here, he can't run here because he's going to run into it. So I punch here and I go here. Or I punch there and I go here. Right? So that's my way. I like to not miss, but I punch a little bit more to the outside to try to trap him and keep him in front of me. And from there, I try to trade punches. Also, too, if it's a boring jab fight and I don't want to jab no more, yeah, I don't want it to be that kind of fight. I don't slip as much. I try to trade. So I jab, I wait for his right hand. The moment I see his right hand, I try to go in and trade right hands, trade left hands with him. So that's how I break away from the boring points fight. Arib Siddiqui, how many boxing fights have you had? One official fight, a lot of sparring matches. So I'm a club fighter. Michael Harris, power punching in boxing. I don't know. You got to ask something a little more clear than that. Cabbage chillin', personally also a Southpaw. Are there advantages to either stance? Should I switch to orthodox? You know, if you're a Southpaw, stay Southpaw. You don't need to switch. There's tons of advantages. A lot of right-handers are not used to fighting left-handers. You can jab anywhere, hook anywhere, throw any kind of crosses, and you're most likely going to have an advantage because it's harder for them to see your shots. So just do it. Do it. Enta apayang maraksukimo. Are you Asian? Yes, I'm Asian. Guinea, good stuff. Thank you. Thank you too. Makchiev, stay on the outside of their left foot. If you're fighting Southpaw, if you're in a Southpaw orthodox, you can stay on the outside foot, the thing that they always say, but there are a lot of techniques and tactics that you can go the other way. It'll give you more ways to pivot and create, create angles. So if I fight a Southpaw and I keep trying to stay outside, it doesn't create as many angles as if I back away, then go here, right? Slip here, then pivot. It's a lot more angles that way. So you need to go one way to go the other way. Do I have tips for landing hooks and uppercuts in sparring fights? Yeah, of course. So if you want to land hooks and uppercuts, one, square up. I mean, not perfectly square, but just a little more. So you have more reach with both hands. Otherwise, if you're too much sideways, my jab hits here, my hook is here, and the hook is always going to be too short. Okay? For uppercuts, I'm going to tell you guys this. Don't duck down. Just bend over. You see, it's a lot of reach. Okay? Short jab. Don't reach the jab. Short jab. Short jab. It'll land. It'll land. Just aim around the chest area. You'll get something. You'll slip right into it. Wilbur J. Miller, I am deaf and I love watching your video. Thank you. And I don't even know how you can hear my answer, but thanks for that. Okay. Oh, wow, man. You guys got a lot of questions. I'm going as fast as I can. Miguel, what to do if you get uppercut to the liver? Ow. it depends on your opponent. If your opponent is, well, first thing, don't let them know that you're hurt, because if they know you're hurt, they're going to keep going there and they're going to get another one in. So you better be poker. Do this. The fight is going to be you getting beat up. So don't pin your weight on the back leg. Try to put, the more you're hurt you are in the liver, the more you try to keep weight on the front of your body and stretch this back. Okay? That, for me, I think is a better idea to keep them away from beating you to the body. How many overhand punches are there in boxing? Well, 2. Overhand right, overhand left. Okay. How many guards should a boxer have? Infinite. Okay, maybe not infinite. I use like 2 or 3. I have this, close guard. I have this, I raise my guard, so I cover against all the curved shots, and I can parry. I can see whatever comes down the middle. Other times I'm a little more, I'm more shifty, and I try to get inside to trade. So at least 2 or 3, whatever you're comfortable and is natural for you. Jesse Griffin, thoughts on getting your shoulder girdle loose and into punches? What is that? Okay. Jeffrey Griffin, don't worry about your shoulders, man. Keep your head a little bit forward. Don't leave it straight up in the air. Keep your head a little bit forward. Lift the elbow. Okay, lift the elbow. Boom. Lift the elbow. Okay, you want a strong hook? You want a strong jab? Lift the elbow. Pop. Want a strong hook? Lift the elbow. Pop. Big uppercut, dig the elbow. Opposite way, okay? Just control the elbow more, and that'll get the shoulder out. You don't have to try to throw the shoulder. Raheel Hussein, how would you handle the situation when you're out of breath and your opponent is attacking you? So I do this. This is my mentality when I'm out of breath. I put my head down, I breathe, and I throw punches. That's it. There's nothing else. I don't try to take a break. I don't try to run. I just keep fighting, whatever I have. If I can throw 8 punches a second, I'll do that. If I can only throw 2, I'll do that. But I stay mentally calm is more the answer. I don't change anything technically. Maybe I throw less punches. Ardit Marina, best footwork drills. I'll start with one right now. Do a lot of jumping rope, a lot of skipping rope. So if you don't do that, do a ton of skipping rope. Lelouch v Britannia. Boxing or MMA for street? Boxing alone is fantastic for street fights. But yeah, I mean, if you have time and the money and you really can devote yourself all those hours, MMA will probably make you more well-rounded. So, but both will be great. You shouldn't be fighting on streets anyway, man. Go do your fighting in a tournament, win some trophies, get some prize money or something. Real Madrid, how can I create angles? We'll just do a basic thing. Throw a punch and move your head when you throw a punch. So neutral jab, jab going there, jab. You see how I move my head? Okay, like that. Move your head when you throw a punch. Very little. And sometimes leave your head in one place. Then the next time you do it, you move your head. Epoche, do I know any good old school boxing euphemisms? Yeah, my favorite one, don't do the same thing twice. Do something different. Guinea, I don't think boxing's sufficient for sure. Okay. AV Julian, hey man, you're welcome. Thanks for watching, and I hope I get to answer some of your questions. Crazy card tricks. Maybe I can check out your channel, but not while I'm doing this video. So share with me later. Can I talk about what a truly good boxing trainer should be doing with a total noob? What makes you a bad, dangerous trainer to avoid? Bebo Brox. With a total beginner, give them good technique. Beginners, they're tough in the mind, but their body and all, they don't have the experience. So don't spar them too hard. Don't destroy them. There are a lot of guys that they're tough guys on the street. They go to the gym, they get beat up once, and they never come back. So My big thing is keep people having fun. They come back, they learn, and in time, they'll have the experience to defend themselves in there. Dying to learn the gazelle jab that Marvin Hagler did. You know, I haven't watched so much of that technique that I can even do it justice. So show me a video, your favorite video of it. Christopher Espinal, show me your favorite video of that, and then maybe ask me that question next time, and I can say something that'll do it justice. A.B. Julian, would I emphasize head movement when it comes to creating angles, or should the focus only be on proper footwork? Okay. So, head movement, how can I say this? Head movement is defensive angle, because you're defending when you move your head, and also attack angle. Because remember, every attack, you move your head with it, right? It's not possible for me to leave my head here and throw a hook. There's no power like that. So I can slip here, boom, you see my head moves. I slip here, boom, my head moves with the shot. So all head movement is defense and attack together. When I do footwork movement, it's more of just attack angle. Can you defend with footwork? Yes, but it's very inefficient, right? If they're just throwing punches and you're jumping around, you're going to get very tired. So you can use footwork for defense, but I don't think of it. Footwork is for attacking. A turn, boom, right? So going back to the question you were saying, would I emphasize when it comes to creating angles? I will use both to create angles. And for now, because maybe you want to learn it from a foundational point of view, be calm, move an inch at a time. A jab, a jab, a jab, a jab, a jab. You see my head moves a little. I'm gonna show you, if I go way back here, you're gonna see I don't move too much. Right? Just an inch is enough. Like that. Not this crazy. This is too much. This is too much. Here. Boom. Right? And then same thing for the footwork. Don't do this kind of crazy overshooting motion. Just a little bit and an inch. Boom. And an inch. Boom. And an inch and an inch. Okay? So very, very little. That's what I would emphasize. Do everything, but just in small movement. Some trainers rarely train head movement. Instead, they focus on whole body movement. Does it work? Actually, yes, it does. It does. When you move all at once, you're very coordinated, and everything you throw has so much power. So yes, I like that too. I agree with that. I don't think it's good to stay in one place and just wiggle your head around. Like try to, even if you do a head movement, the whole body moves. This is way more powerful because you can come back with something. If I move just my head, it's not the same. Punch Anazi. Is it viable to catch punches in a fight? Like to catch with your hands, to block punches? Yeah, of course. I tried to slap it down. You know, I would do more of that. Is there an overhand hook in boxing? Yes, of course. There's all kinds. People do like all kinds of weird like rabbit punching and all that. Yes. Kante Abkulan. Won't a high shoulder punch open up for body shots? You know, anytime my opponent punches, he's open for a body shot. So if I can get him to punch anywhere, if I could just get him to throw any right hand punch, I can get to his body. Or if I can get him to throw a jab, boom, I can, you know, quickly slip down and try to attack his body. So anytime he punches, I have a body shot opening. Jesse Griffin, secrets to power punching 3. Yeah, I should probably continue that series. I have so many like video tips I want to throw out and I don't remember. Hey, my friend, great. Can you do a video on running drills for boxing? G Money 915. Yeah, so best running drills. I'll try to give you guys some new ones because jog 5 seconds, sprint 5 seconds, then walk 30 seconds. Jog 10 seconds, sprint 10 seconds, walk 30 seconds. Do interviews like that. You can also do like uphill sprints, like 50-meter uphill sprints. You can also do 30 meters downhill sprints. A lot of people don't train downhill sprints. You can also do 30 meters uphill sprints, but run backwards uphill and lift your heels. So you're running off the calves. That's like super painful as heck. Give that a try and then come back. Let me know how your calves feel the next day. Can you keep the stream on the channel when you're done? Guinea was asking. Yes, definitely, of course. Is this for you guys? It'll be public. Shut them mouth, boya, Johnny. If you're going to scrap with either Shane Faison from Fight Tips or JT Vandenbach, who would win? Who would you rather scrap with and why? I think JT Van has much more experience. Shane Faison is probably, when I see how he moves, I feel like that's probably more of my level. Who will win? I have no idea until I get in there. And who would I rather scrap with? I'd like to fight both because it's fun. You know, I love to spar people and it will be a lot of fun. And JT Van, I'm sure, will have a lot of cool tips and stuff that I could learn from his movement and see what he does in there. Christopher Espinal, Marvin Hagler's Gazelle. So guys, I'm reading all the comments, so you don't have to make the same request like 8 times. I do read all the comments. Alberto Bertez, should I do neck exercises to receive less damage? Should you also do more exercises than crunches to receive body shots? Okay, you should be doing conditioning exercises no matter what. All the crazy neck bridges and all, I think that's a little bit extreme, and I think it tenses you up. If you're a beginner, you know, beginners are already super tense. That I don't think that's what they need. I think they need to loosen up, find the rhythm, shadow box more, and spar more, controlled sparring. That's gonna do better for their ability to take shots than to do the crazy neck exercises. Just my opinion, but you know, try a little bit of each and see how you do. Show us how to block and counter off the body shots. Alex T. There's 2 ways. There's 2 rhythms when I block body shots. One is catch and shoot. So let's say he punches down here with his right hand. Catch, shoot, like that. Bam, 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 bam. Right? Whatever he throws to the body, bam, bam. So I'll give you the tip. Don't have your body standing straight up like this. When you have your body standing straight up, it's hard because you have to go down, up, right? But if you're here, be a little bit forward, then your arms just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? I almost think like my gloves are in a downward, it's a slope. So when the punch comes in, it slides down like this. When you're standing straight up like this, the punch comes in and it pushes you off balance. So you can't punch back right away. All right. So that's the first catch and shoot. The other thing I would say to counter, and this is a cool tip I learned. Somebody did a drill with me recently. Like if you feel the shot, whatever level you feel the body shot at, attack at the same level. So if I feel the body shot here at this level, I immediately attack at that same level. I'm sorry, and I attack at the same level with the opposite hand. Sorry. So they hit at this level, that probably means their head is around this level. So immediately I block here, I counter there. If they attack down here, then I block down here and I counter like downwards on the opposite hand. So that's a cool drill. I like that, and you can try that. Which pro boxer would I say has the best basics, best for a beginner to emulate? That's all of them, man. All of them good. To be pro, you have to be really good. Even to be an average pro boxer, you have to be really good. Let's get it to 100 viewers. Yes, Karath. I like the way you think, man. Share the video, guys. Invite your friends onto here. Somebody's saying stuff about Lomachenko. How do we protect ourselves from a solid uppercut? Alex T. So if you guys are taking uppercuts, you're getting uppercut to death. I think the worst thing, you can block an uppercut by trying to go down at it. But I would say never try to block an uppercut by putting your hand down like this, because when you put it down, you expose something over the top, right? So my advice is to roll it. Just just shoulder roll the uppercut, and it'll It'll fly past you. It'll miss. Don't try to block it down. Don't try to cover either. When you cover, you block your eyes. You cover your eyes, and then you can't see the follow-up shots. And I think that's even more dangerous. Shut the mouth. How would I use head fakes to set up offense in the Peekaboo style? I don't know if you guys remember the rule. All attacks have head movement. So when you jab, the head pokes a little bit. When you right hand, head pokes a little bit. When you left hook, head turns a little bit. So if you just, this can fake it, right? So I'll show you guys right now. Hook. You see? Boom. Boom. You see? So it has to feel like a jab. If you're just doing this, it's not enough. And you have to do something where it feels like a punch. Yeah. So make your head movements, make it feel like a punch. And that should help. That'll help get a reaction from your opponent. And then with that, based on the reaction you see, use that to put the setup, to set up a nice shot. AV Julian, thank you. Glad you like it. Iboke, tough question. Do you feel boxing technique will ever evolve as drastically as it did? Boxing technique is still evolving, guys. It is still evolving. And especially now we have YouTube videos, so we can study all the previous guys. Before, like in the 1970s, like the only way they could learn was being in the gym and having sparred them. Now we have videos and and there's still a lot of things that you can't learn from a video. You have to be in the ring with somebody to feel how they balance themselves, how they put the weight in their body, and how they set up the different tricks. So yeah, definitely the technique will always evolve. There's always going to be guys coming up and doing different things. I wear glasses, and I used to wear contacts when I spar, but like a lot of times they come off and it's so annoying. You have to take your glove out and reach with your dirty hand, wash it and stick it back in your eyes. So, and then like sometimes I don't even want to put the contacts back in my eyes. So then one side is blurry and the other one's clear. Like I just don't wear contacts. I don't even need it. I can generally, I can feel what my opponents are doing. So I don't need it. Gage Abdul, thank you. Thank you very much. You make some quality comments, my friend. Gene Harrigan, do I have any tips that will help improve on the footsteps lawnmower? I have no idea what that is, man. I think Apple, the iPhone auto-corrected you to something very weird. Do I have tips that will improve on the footsteps lawnmower? What is that? Is that maybe that's something I know, but I should know, but forgot about right now. How important is the slip bag? I like the slip bag for like just shadow boxing. To be honest, I don't use it much. I prefer to just spar. So I'm sure it's important, but can also be good if you spar. Are there truly only 8 essential punch strikes in boxing? Yeah, it's probably true. There's this jab, right cross, left hook, right overhand, right, left uppercut, right uppercut. Yeah, there's maybe like 5, 6, 7, 8 essential punches, but then there's like infinite variations of each. So you have to learn more than 8 punches for sure. But if you have to categorize them, yeah, it might categorize only as 8 punches. I just want to pop in and say I appreciate all the hard work, advice, videos. Thanks so much. Hey, thanks, Patrick. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Michael Harris, list of power punches in boxing. Oh man, any punch that's not a jab is a power punch. That's how they count it. Sergeant 2009, any tips to find and remain at the right distance? Try to jab him, try to throw right hand. If you can land it, you're close enough. If you can't land it, you're too far. So that's too basic. That's too simple. Okay. All eyes on the last dragon. 100. Thanks, man. Killer 11843. Been watching Johnny since 2014. Man, 6 years. That's a 6-year anniversary. Thank you. How can you land a knockout shot? Try to trade punches. When he throws a right hand, you throw a right hand at the same time. When he throws a left hook, you throw a left hook at the same time. You catch them with double the momentum, and they're knocked out. Goober Guy, what's your top 3 headgear in 2020? Number 1 for me is still the winning headgear. I use a bar version. I would like to try the Cheeks version too, but I think winning headgear is rightfully number 1. Number 2 and 3, I don't know. I mean, I don't try so many different headgear brands like I do with gloves. So, but winning's number 1 for me. And then the other brands, I'm sure is reasonably good. Like I'm sure Reyes is fine, and Rival. I really like Rival as well. Jesse Griffin, advice for someone that has one leg longer than the other. I don't have personal experience too much with that, so I can't even tell you. You know, adjust your technique and find a way for it to be comfortable. I imagine that if you have one leg longer than the other, it's probably easier to stand with the shorter leg in front. I think that would fit boxing better. The Wise Grasshopper, how long have I been boxing? I started 2004, so 16 years now. Now, I wasn't like super crazy active, hardcore training all those years. So, but yeah, I started 16 years ago. Do I think wrestling training will improve my inside work when it comes to clinching and controlling? But absolutely, yes. A lot of the principles that you learn in wrestling and weight management, you can use that in boxing, but it's a little bit more stand-up, right? Where wrestling, they always try to go down to the ground. So yes, yes. It's a little different, but yes. Kalous Opet Kalos. Do you need to pivot your leg when you throw a lead hook? No. If you keep both feet on the ground when you throw the hook, it has more strength. But if you pivot with the hook, then you get a little more, you get a different angle to throw the right hand. So if you want to pivot with the hook, turn, then from here, keep both feet down, boom, throw a hard right hand. So you don't have to. It's a choice, guys. There's so many ways to do things. Machiev 100. What do I think about Wilder as a boxer? I like Wilder, man. I'm a big Deontay Wilder fan. He's not textbooks. He's a little sloppy. He's a little wobbly. He's a little lanky. His frame is so long and lanky that sometimes he looks very uncoordinated. But I think he's a very good boxer. I think he has a lot of good fighting instincts. When he's in there, he does a lot of things. Like you can tell, like maybe if he wasn't trained to move a certain way, you can tell that he has a natural fighter instinct to get out of the way and land a shot. I think he's, you know, I don't know. When I watch him, I like it. I really like it. Now, would I say he's the best boxer for all boxers to emulate for beginners? No, probably not. No. AV Julian, when opening with a double or triple jab, should one be inching forward the lead foot with each jab or only the initial one? You know, Julian, when you double jab someone, I think the number 1 benefit that it gives you is not that you land the punch, is that you push him back. And it's really cool because if you double jab someone and they run back to avoid your jabs, they can't throw a right hand, right? It's not possible to throw a right hand when you're going back. You can't. You can throw a left jab going back. You can do something like this. So yeah, if you got the guy and you push him twice, even if you don't land nothing, I jab into his glove, even into his forearm. And even if he moves back, it's just, he can't throw anything. So he's forced to give up 3-4 feet of ground. And then if you look calm and collected, it just looks nice, man. I love the double jab for taking up ground. So yes, you should be inching forward. Have a lot of forward momentum. Just push right into him. As long as he's moving backwards, you don't have to worry about anything coming back at you. Michael Harris, why is the right cross so strong? It's so strong because it's from your strong hand. You have a lot of weight. When you have your weight here and you bring it forward, boom, it's a lot of weight. That's why it's strong. Goober Guy, thank you. You're welcome. No longer human. What to do when in sparring when my opponent kicks me? That's not my realm of expertise. Kick him back. Kick him back, I guess. Lucas Robleski. Oh, you're speaking Polish, man. I don't understand Polish. Gil, aka MMA fan 3, 1 shout out. Yeah, much respect to you too. Thanks, bro. Ipoke, I feel like I lose my rhythm when I'm shadow sparring. Shadow sparring. How do I get back in rhythm? I feel like I have to see your video to know. But I'll say this: if you have rhythm problems, skip rope. Do a lot of skipping rope, a lot of speed bag. And then when you fight, just keep it flowing, keep it moving. Try to keep your hands moving. Don't stop. You know, you start freezing. You throw something, you pause, or you throw something, you change your mind. Just keep it moving, and you'll have a nice flow. And then later on, you adjust the movement so you don't get hit. Lunar 3 clips. If I'm left hand, if I write with my left hand, but my right hand is stronger, what stance should I use? Look, it's very easy. Go to the speed bag, hit it 100 times with the left, hit it 100 times with the right. Which other hand that you think was more accurate, had more endurance, that's probably the hand that should be in the back. Which combination is better at medium range, 1-1-2 or 1-3? Double jab right is probably going to be better at long range. So the jab hook, that's a medium range, because a hook you got to be close enough, right? So yeah, the jab hook is going to be the better combo at medium range. But then it depends on your personality. Maybe you're the kind of person that likes to just stay here up close and just pop easy, pop, pop, pop. So I don't know, but on paper, the jab hook will be the better one. Jesse Griffin, why are we always taught 1-2-3 with long straights and the short tight hook? Well, right hand is naturally long because it's straight, and hook, we want to make a tight set. When we miss, you don't overswing, right? If you do a wide sloppy hook, when you miss, you can swing yourself off balance and you're extremely vulnerable. And then for the 2, we teach him to throw straight, so it's fast, clean, right up the middle, not just wild. And we try to make it clean with technique, right? Sharp, sharp, sharp. We don't want loose, loose, loose. They're very open. They're going to lose balance. Battle rifle. If you're throwing multiple jabs, it's best to lean to your right. Maidana was okay. All right, you're talking to the other guy. Where is the worst place to be hit? Depends on you, man. I would say this generally: wherever your body is small, right? Wherever your body is smaller is probably more vulnerable. So some guys, they have a big square jaw, good chin, but then their temple is really small. Their head is shaped like this. It's smaller on top, so it means it probably takes more damage up here. Other guys are the opposite, right? Up here, it's like an alien head. It's all big. Down here is a sharp little jaw. The jaw's probably more vulnerable. You see skinny little body, pound the body. So just like that. Wherever you see is smaller, but again, everyone's built differently. Alexander Skashov. Hey, thanks for the comment, man. I appreciate it. This is very nice. Jesse Griffin, why are power punchers like Joe Louis, why are the back foot always off the ground when they throw the right hand? I thought punches were stronger when both feet are on the ground. So I'll say this, your punches are stronger when both feet are on the ground, but you have to lift the back heel to get some reach. And a lot of times too, the punch that you're looking at, maybe you're looking at highlight reels, right? Because in the highlight reel, the opponent's already hurt. So by then, the fighters are just reaching more. They're being more flashy, and they're taking more chances. They're not as compact anymore, right? They're kind of loosened up. So, but if you look at the beginning of the fights, earlier on the fights, you're gonna see they're tight and they're down. So yeah. Alexander Skashov, tell us how the DiNardo gloves and hey, I love the gloves, the headgear. I have to try them a little more. The headgear is very nice. It's very high quality. The visibility is great visibility. But I think the bar inside, maybe the bar frame is a little too stiff. So I have to spar more because it's very different from my winning headgear. So I need more time before I can, speak on that. No longer human. If your wife doesn't want to make you dinner, what combinations? Oh man. Well, the best combination, she doesn't want to make you dinner. Buy her flowers, do something nice for her, and then maybe she'll make you dinner. AV Julian, do I favor any combination? I love double jab, uppercut, left hook. Okay, double jab, right uppercut, left hook, right hand. I love, oh man, I use everything. I wouldn't be able to, you know, I love right hook, right hand coming after left hook, or left hook coming after right hand, or double hooks. I mean, yeah, I use so many, man. I like them all. I like them all. This all favorites. Boxing is a favorite. Exercises that train your balance muscles. Christopher Espinal. So I'll say something that's very unconventional. Where when you stand in your everyday life, the way you stand, you carry that habit into the ring. So when you stand, look, try to stand straight, right? Use an internal muscle. Don't stress your chest, your back, your neck, and all that. Just pull yourself all the way straight up. Like imagine there's a string on top of your head, lifting you up. And then your feet, use the arch through the toes, pushing off the ground to elevate you up, right? So you can be lazy, slumped into your feet, and then push, and then suspend yourself up here. Again, don't be stiff, just strong. Strong, sturdy. Keep your upper body, your torso on top of the hips on top of your feet. What many people do is they do something like this, or they do something like this. Okay, they have hips forward, they have hips back. And then when they go into the ring, they bring the habit there. So try to be straight, and then when you go in the ring, you're actually gonna shift forward just a little bit like that. So for me, if you want a very unconventional footwork drill that's not talked about, is how you stand in your regular life. Don't stand lazy, okay? Because you bring that lazy habit to your boxing. Med Hasni, can you tell me some tips so I can blitz without being caught with a punch? All right, so you want to attack without being caught with a punch. So jab in, head forward, right hand, bring the head down. You know, when you practice on the heavy bag, try to practice when you punch at the heavy bag, punch through your eyebrows. Practice looking at the heavy bag through your eyebrows, right? Otherwise, if you're looking at the heavy bag straight on like this, right, not through the eyebrow, in the ring when you fight, your head is up. So practice looking through your eyebrows, and maybe that'll help you not get hit so much. Oh man, you guys got a lot of questions. Jesus. Mike Tyson versus Muhammad Ali. I think Ali is so much better, infinitely better. Prime Mike Tyson. I like Mike Tyson as a person. I don't think that he's a better fighter than Lennox Lewis, and I don't think Prime Tyson beats Prime Lewis. I think Ali's so much better, and he's proven it. And he was better even when Ali was not in his prime anymore. He was still very good, top level. Tyson was in his prime. When he was in his prime, he was unbeatable. And then the moment he left his prime, it just fell apart. You know, people make all kinds of excuses, but historically, he didn't prove a lot of things. There was no longevity. What do I think about the glove gate concerning Tyson? I already made videos. I already made videos. You can watch my other videos. I don't want to blow time on this. Ismail Arif, how do I teach someone to hold mitts who hasn't boxed before? I have no idea. Maybe you have to hold mitts and show them how it feels, and then you make them do it. I do have a guide on it. You know, just same way like you punch, relax, and then when they catch the punch, and breathe into it and put a little force to feed the shot. Cake Hunt, is framing or roughhousing with elbows, forearms, and the clinch considered illegal or illegal but dirty? Yeah, it can be a little dirty, but yeah, you can do a little of it. You have to, right? The guys throwing punches, you can use your forearm and shuffle around, push it away, like angle it off. Brad Waddy is 17 too late to start boxing? Try it, man. If you don't need permission, just go do it. Have fun. A, B, C, D, E, F. In sparring or shadow bar, how tight or loose should you be? How do you maintain it? You should have good control, but not be too tense. So I'll just say that. How do you control it? You know, don't shift your weight too much. Okay, don't shift your weight too much. Also control your elbows. If your elbows are clean and tight, you will look clean and tight. If your elbows are all over the place, you see flaring around, I let go of the hands, but I control my elbows, and that makes me tight. Best budget headgear and groin guard. I wouldn't know. I don't look for cheap headgear. I think the best budget headgear probably like the rival classic traditional sparring headgear. I really like that model. The Everlast competition headgear, not the super thin like AIBA ones, but the thicker ones. I think those are good. They maybe cost $100, something like that. No Expression 1657. Are you thinking of making a home workout routine? I thought about it, but it's so long, you know. It's like you would have to make like a 4-hour video, like to do a real full training routine. I had people ask me this for like 10 years, and I don't even know how to tackle it because I need a whole gym full of equipment and a cameraman to follow me around, and then I have to explain everything. It would just take forever. So, or maybe I can just do the exercises and record that, and then say a little. So I don't know. I've been thinking about that for a long time. Khabib versus Ferguson. Who do you like? I like Khabib, man. I don't know who will win, but I really like Khabib. I think this guy looks serious. Strongman. Training for boxers not in the gym right now because of Corona. So a lot of shadow boxings, and then whatever. If you got bags, You got friends, invite them over, do some sparring sessions. So yeah, it sucks, but find a way. Box outside, box in the house, wherever you can. Michael Harris, different hooks in boxing, like a snap hook, whip hook, crunch hook, sweep, slam hook. So I don't know about all the nicknames, but I'll just say there's some hooks, the fist is vertical. Some hooks, fist like this. Some hooks, I visualize the loop. So you can see the loop. It comes like that. Other hooks, I just pop the elbow up. You know, I just pop the elbow up. Some hooks, you know, you can almost like hit with the angle of these knuckles. Like, you know that thing that Triple G does? I feel like it's like a lot of Russian guys. They have that kind of dive bomb hook from Sistema or something. But generally, that's it. And then for body hooks, you're going to lower it down like this, right? Elbows a little lower, and you're going to swing it across. Ismael Arif, Loma versus Davis prediction. I think Loma is a way better fighter, but, you know, when does the fight happen? Is it going to be right now, or is it going to be in 5 years from now? So, you know, but I still have Loma as the better fighter. Just that he's getting older, right? Chloe Sauerland, glad I bought a bag. Yep, I'm glad you did. Do you think it would be hard for a guy like yourself to have a fan base because you're Asian American? This is Battle Rifle. So I think if you're maybe it can be harder than if I was white or Mexican or black. But you know, if you're extremely talented, I mean, look at Manny Pacquiao. My guy's so talented, came from Asia. His English was horrible when he first came here, and I mean, he was like the Time magazine's like most influential person. So, you know, sure, man, for sure. I'm sure it's probably harder, but I don't know. Don't focus on what you want to do with your life. It doesn't matter what other people say. Ali versus Tyson by Jesse Griffin. I already answered. I picked Ali. J-Star James, how do you feel on David Benavidez? He's a good fighter, man. I think he's a little lanky. He's a little tall and lanky. But, you know, like I remember Julio Gonzalez. He was in that, like, super middleweight, light heavyweight. He was one that fought Roy Jones. So he has that kind of vibe. He's lanky, but he's a good fighter. What can I say? He's a champion. He's good, very, very good fighter, man. He comes from a fight family. The father fights, the brothers fight. Yeah, he's good. Callie Saraland. Tyson knocks out Wilder first round. Wilbert J. Miller. Do you travel to Norfolk, Virginia? I would like to meet up with you. I can learn a lot from you for a deaf man. Yeah, if I ever go up there, man, let's meet up and let's train. Rudy Gold. What do I think of the Peekaboo Style? I think it's a fun style. I think everybody should learn it because it's fun. It's an important style of boxing history. Do I recommend it for everybody? No, because I think the style is inefficient for certain types of body. It doesn't fit all body types. You know, what made it so good? As with anything, I think what makes a style good is when you have an intelligent fighter using that style, right? If you have a fighter that knows how to adjust it to their body and the use of tactics and little techniques and things, the style is very deadly. You know, it's very fast. It's very explosive. It's a risky style, so you have to be athletic. I think it takes a lot of risk to move in like that and then get in a position to land a knockout counter. So it's a scary style to face. That's what makes it good. All eyes on the Last Dragon. David Tua versus Mike Tyson in their prime. Who wins? I don't know. I feel like I'm supposed to pick Tyson, but I don't know. Tua is a beast in his own right. What area of the body do you feel is best to hit? Man, there's two. Solar plexus for me is the scariest one. This one's the most terrifying for me. Second, like here, right here. This is also very painful. Those two, but really anywhere in the body, you're gonna get some good ROI on that. Will I ever upload a virtual sparring video where you throw shots at us? And yeah, so I've already recorded some, and I will release those videos. I've recorded it. Yeah, I've recorded it. It's gonna happen. Battle rifle. Actually, Tyson has good wins. Yeah, Tyson has good wins, man. I mean, he has some legit, credible wins. I mean, he's not famous for no reason. Just that, do I think Tyson's wins are better than Muhammad Ali's wins? Hell no. Do I think they're better than Lennox Lewis's wins? Hell no. You know, there are a lot of heavyweight champions that I think had better and more credible wins. Even more credible losses. Even the way they lost was better than the way Tyson lost. Wilbur, okay, you're reading closed captioning. Wow, okay, so it's that accurate, huh? Rudy Gold, the Holy Trinity, Torres, Tyson, and Patterson, eh? Yeah. yeah. Funny, awesome. And you know, it's so cool that Jose Torres was also a writer and he covered Mike Tyson. I think that's really cool that he became such a great writer and covered the sport very authentically, you know, maybe very credibly, because he was a heavyweight, he was a champion himself. I'm gonna just plug in my laptop. It's dying, so I'm gonna give you guys a few extra questions, and we're gonna close it down. How to be fast and keep attention? I keep missing punches because my reaction time is slow, or I forget to keep attention. Sergeant 2009. You need to spar at a slower speed, man. You need to spar at a slower speed so you can see the shots. That's it. Spar slower so you learn how to see it and then pick it up. Dodi Ali, how old are you, Johnny? You're Filipino. I'm not Filipino, but I have a lot of Filipino friends, and I look at them. I'm 35, and I look younger than I am, but I'm 35. Some of the videos that you guys see, like I recorded before I record a whole bunch of videos, and it takes me sometimes 1 or 2 years to release. So I'm older than the videos that you're seeing. I look like Nonito Donaire. No, I don't. I've seen him in person. I don't think I look like him. Cabashin, Monzon versus Hagler. Who do I got? I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. They're both greats. I don't know. J-Star James, who you got? Benavides or Plant? Me personally, I think Benavides. You know, I wasn't high on Plant when I first saw him. Like, I just thought maybe he wasn't all that good, you know. But and Benavides is maybe it's the Mexicanness that you automatically give him the street cred. Benavidez is cagey, and he does a lot. He does a lot, and he's like a mental game in there too. But I would lean towards Benavidez. But you know what? I need to watch more Plant. I feel like he's better than what I think he is. Money biatch. Hey man, thank you. I love your comment, man. Just comment anytime you want. Bro, I got a bag. What are the best drills to start to master the fundamentals of boxing? A lot of shadow boxing, skipping rope, jab, right hand, throw the combinations. Get a friend over and do some slow sparring. Mikol Ostrzewski from Poland. If you want to improve your head movement at home, small movements. When you do head movement, a little bit from your knees, a little bit from your waist. Okay, so. Oh dang it! Sorry guys, because my camera, I can't get my computer far enough from the wall because it's charging, as you can see. So you crunch a little bit, not this low, just a little bit of knees, a little bit of hips. My head, an inch here, an inch there. 1, 2, 1, 2. Just that. You pivot your feet a little. Okay, 1, 2, pivot, 1, 2, pivot, 1, 2, punch, 1, 2. Or as you punch, you see, you go with it. Just that. A little bit each way, inch here, inch there. Shield versus the Ali daughters. Oh, but I'm versus Ali's daughter. I don't know. Tough one. I have to watch, but I feel like Ali's daughter would have some advantage. You know, does Ali's footwork style have a specific name? Not really. Just stay on your toes. Get up on your toes on the toes of both feet, and keep your legs more straight. I did a video on this. Jesse Griffin, Goku versus Superman. I have no idea. Med Hasni, what should I know about multiple training sessions a day? Well, if you're going to be that kind of guy, make sure that you have at least one session that's explosive. Because there are some guys that I know, they spend 6 to 10 hours a day in the gym, but they're just in there moving. They're not exploding. They're just moving and constant movement, and then they fight and they're flat. So you have to have some explosive part where you really blow out all your adrenaline, you know? Because yeah, doing a 10-hour lazy workout is not going to beat, you know, concentrated 2 hours of explosive workout. So that's all I'm going to say. And then don't overtrain. You know, if you're sore and all that, stretch, man, do something else. K-Con, do I feel boxing suffers from do I feel boxing suffers from too many world championship belts, and do I feel the divisions operate more competitive? You know, yeah, boxing's, you know, the mainstream boxing suffers when people don't know who the champion is, and now we, you know, I think more than anything, it's not the belts, it's the fact that boxing is not in high school anymore. You know, it's not everybody boxes like basketball. Everybody has played basketball in school at some point. So then when they watch the NBA, they have more appreciation for it. They know more about it. Most people nowadays have never boxed before, so they just don't know. And then when they watch the sport, what are you being sold? Knockouts, championship fights, what, you know? Back then, you would watch any boxing fight because it was fun. So, yeah, it would be great to see boxing back in schools and whatnot, and to be more mainstream as a physical activity. But it's tough with all the, you know, the brain damage and whatnot. So I don't know. I don't worry too much about the belts, but yeah, it does make it tougher. Would it be more competitive with a single championship belt? Absolutely. If there was only one championship belt, all the top contenders have to fight each other. They can't duck each other. But you know, it's not run like the UFC where they got one belt and everybody battles for it. You know, and even then they have their own politics. Dodi Ali, much love from Egypt. Oh man, thank you. Wow, 2012. That's 8 years. When you were 14, now you're a grown man. So it's actually really cool. I see a lot of my followers growing up on my channel. Should I focus on footwork or combos? Colin Marnell. Never choose, man. Both. Everything. Learn everything you can. Michael, thanks. Yus98. Thanks, bro. If I fight competitively, I would probably fight at like 136 pounds or so. You know, 140. The guys who fight at 140 are way too big. I've seen them. They walk around at like 160, and they're too big. Maybe even 130 is probably my fighting weight. Christopher, I don't have to bend my knees to throw a bolo uppercut, do I? Christopher, very little. Just slight bend. Slight bend, and then you can throw it. And by the way, when you throw the bolo uppercut, like don't look down. Look at him, and make him. If you want to throw it to the body, make him think it's a head shot. If you want to throw it to his head, make him think it's a body shot. That's my tip. Okay, guys. So the last question here. Colin Marnell, do I still box? Yes, I love it. I still go to the gym. I still spar. I don't condition so much anymore. I just walk in and go straight to the sparring. I don't have time for the other stuff. So I love sparring. All right, guys, I'm gonna close it out. We're at 70 minutes long or so. I appreciate all of you guys being on here, and I think this was really cool. It's really successful. It was a lot of fun, and I'll be sure to make the next one at some point. So just get your questions ready. I love all you guys too. Thank Phenom for giving me some gloves. So show them some love. They're not bad gloves. Try them out. They're reasonably priced. And save your questions for next time. You guys can also join my Facebook group. You can ask questions on there. I answer questions on there from time to time. And then also, check out my happy quarantine, everyone. Stay safe. Stay safe, everyone. Don't get the corona from your from your boxing buddies. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.